$9,000 for literally copying images. I'm going to show you a legit way that you can make hundreds of dollars per month by simply copying and pasting free images online. All you need to make this work is a laptop or a phone, and you can do this yourself. And I know that it sounds like one of them super clickbaity YouTube videos, but genuinely, this is a real strategy that really does work, and I know it works because I've been doing it myself. In this video, I'm going to show you proof that it really does work, and I'm going to show you the step-by-step strategy from start to finish so you can do this yourself by the end of this video. Now let's dive into it. Okay, so step one, first of all, we're going to head over to this website here called rawpixel.com. And rawpixel.com is just a library of stock images. So they've got lots of free images on here. They have some premium images. But the types of images that we're going to be focusing on for this strategy is under this tab here called public domain. And if you don't know, public domain images are basically just images that no longer have any copyright on them. So we're free to use them in any way that we like. Now, there's a few different reasons why an image would be in the public domain. It could just be that the artist has just waived the rights to it and they actually want people to be able to use it in any way that they want. Or with a lot of them, it's when the rights have actually expired. And this happens with a lot of famous pieces of artwork. I think it's like 70 years after the artist has died. But what this means for us, it means that we can leverage some really amazing pieces of artwork and we can actually make profit from them. I'm going to show you exactly how we can do it. But if we come to rawpixel.com, it actually shows us all of the images, or a lot of the images that are in the public domain by a lot of famous artists. So what we want to do for this strategy is kind of just scroll through, and you can see these are lots of different famous artists. Some of them you might recognize, some of them you might not recognize. But what we want to do is to scroll through and see what stands out. Now, my strategy with this is don't focus on the super famous pieces of artwork like Leonardo da Vinci. I wouldn't be focusing on the Mona Lisa because there's way too much competition for this strategy with stuff like that. You really just want to look for images that actually stand out and you think look good. That's the best place to start, I think. And you can scroll through, and these are just individual artists, and you can click on some of them and see what kind of artwork. See, that's not really standing out for me, so I would go back and I scroll down even more. Keep scrolling like this here. That looks quite cool. That's standing out. So I quite like this artist. So Henry Lyman Sayen. I've never actually heard of that artist before. Maybe they're really famous, but they're not as like famous as say like Leonardo da Vinci and like Van Gogh and people like that. So the artwork is fantastic, and we can actually grab these images and use them in this strategy. So like this here, you could come here and you can actually get this for free. It's in the public domain. We can use it in any way that we like. And there's a totally free account that we can sign up for with this, and we can get 5 images per day. So we can download this image in a high resolution. So that's what you want to do, is go and select maybe 5 images today that you can find that stand out to you and you think they look pretty cool, and download them. So now I'm actually going to show you how we can use these images to make profit today using this strategy. But before I do, I just want to show you a couple more websites where you can get lots of free and public domain images. It's not just rawpixel. So there's a website called free-images.com that's got lots of public domain images that are totally free to use. They have artist work, but they also have other images as well. And there's obviously another one that you might have heard of, I've spoken about a lot on this channel, which is pixabay.com. Again, they've got lots of free images. So using a famous artist's piece of work is just one of the elements of this strategy that I'm going to show you in this video. But you can actually branch out later down the line into other images, maybe things that are not as famous, and you still can make this work. And it'll all make sense when I show you how this strategy works just now. So step 2, you're going to head over to Etsy.com. I've spoken about Etsy in the past on this channel, but if you don't already know, Etsy is a marketplace where people sell lots of different types of products on here. It could be physical products, it can be digital products, it can be artwork, it can be so many different types of things. And we're going to be using Etsy in this strategy. Now, we're not just going to be reselling the digital files on Etsy. That is not the strategy. So keep watching, because there's another element to this so you can squeeze out a lot of profit